Oh, you know what you got to do is you got to shake it up. There you go. And then, oh fuck! I don't want to talk about how much whiskey I just got on my blazer.
All right, welcome everybody. Welcome to another weekly whiskey after hours. This episode is one I'm super pumped about. Pardon my allergies. I have been dying. Pollen is blowing across the street like tumbleweeds, but thankfully, I still have my nose about me. So John and I are drinking a awesome spirit tonight. Something that is actually pretty historic. Something I've been chasing. I shit you not. Probably 5+ years. We've got a good story behind it. But before we get to it, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you.
Doing awesome, man. It's good to stretch out as the weather finally gives us a mild break here. Cools off just enough here in the evenings. We can do a little after-hours sipping. I'm really pumped about what we got here. This is something that I don't even know. I think you mentioned this to me almost in passing, that you had just found a bottle of this. And without even researching it, I was like, if you're this excited about it, maybe I should have some of it. And it like instantly turned into a bottle split.
Yeah,
and I think that I might be pretty pumped about this.
Yeah, I hop in your DMs. I mean, not like that. I hop in your DMs like pretty constantly. Between weekly
Like
whiskey
that a
work.
little
Sometimes like the after hours. But
yeah.
I was super pumped. Yeah, I found this online. It's something people who know me know I love this producer. It's a really good time overall. But this bottling is from 2012. So I found it online. I was like, this can't possibly be true. I called them up. They're like, yeah, actually, we have one left. And I was like, fuck, like I bought it. And then I was like, hey, you want to split some? Let's get a 3-way split going. And, if you know anything about me, this is the Bruichladdich Cuvee 407, the Lanaka Baca Arriba. Basically, it's a 21-year-old PX matured Bruichladdich spirit from before, from the earlier days before they switched distillers. It is bottled at 46% ABV, but after 21 years in Scotland, that's really not off of cask strength. And it's fully matured in PX barrels, which PX is Pedro Jimenez. It's a sweet dessert wine, and this completes a series that I'm super hot on, which was 640 and 382. 382 was Sauterne, and I want to say, I can't even remember what the 640 bottling was finished. It's been that long. I bought the first two in 2015. So I've been chasing this dragon for 6 years. Finally found one. Got to complete the set. Got to share it with some friends. And now we get to taste it for you. So I actually split it. This is the first taste I have. But this is that awesome, lovely Cuvee 407. And Cuvee is just French for wine. So really, really cool stuff. And, it was only like $500. So pretty good price. Ish.
Whatever.
Ish.
It's only money, right?
It's only money. They make more every day. Or so I'm told by select people.
It's good that I wasn't just like, hey, man, I want to get into Scotch. Could you send me some?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you had done that, you would have absolutely ruined me. Because I'd be like, wow, this is what Scotch is like, huh? I should get a lot of this stuff.
And I would have been like, ooh, tough break.
Ooh, sorry about that, buddy. Hope you just won the lottery.
I mean, yeah. So like this is a bottling from 2012. So even the fact that I found the 382 and the 640 in 2015 was like remarkable. But finding the 407 6 years after that, we're 9 years after it was initially bottled. It's like super crazy. So I'm glad we get to share it. I'm glad we get to talk about it. I love our Bruichladdich. Really cool stuff. But I'm curious to see what you think.
Shit, this is great.
And wrap.
Yeah, good enough. Call it a night. Man, I didn't know what to expect because my experience with Scotch is fairly narrow. I don't really care for peated stuff. And the majority of what I like is usually sherry casks. So this seemed like it'd be right in line with something I'd be interested in. But it's really jumping out at me. Man, there's a ton of fruit in there too.
Yeah, and it's worth pointing out here that like Bruichladdich is an Islay distiller, but this is their unpeated spirit. Even though some of it's kind of coming through, that coastalness is definitely shining.
Yeah. Yeah, just dodging that peat is really all I need. Like the rest of it is not off-putting to me. But I get like this, man. There's like a little bit of chocolatey goodness in there. I get some actually pretty good oak spice, more than I would have expected.
Yeah, definitely. This for me is like the definition of like that dark chocolate cherry cordial candy with like those kind of big clove oak tannic spice notes. Like a nice savory, then sweet, then back to savory.
Yeah, it definitely checks off that savory box more than I would have normally expected to enjoy. But again, coming from the American whiskey world, the Scotch profile isn't always what I dig, but this is really nice. And there's more layers of fruit in there. Like it's gonna take me some time to dissect this thing properly, man.
Yeah, the PX here is really nicely integrated. Once again, PX is Pedro Jimenez dessert wine. It's a Spanish style of sherry that's extremely viscous and syrupy and rich and almost cloying. You know, people don't sit down and drink more than like an ounce of PX, and that's like kind of a big amount. But this has a really nice blend of that oak tannin structure and those dessert wine notes. But the fruit does go on for days.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it is definitely tannic. There's plenty of oak influence there, but it comes through in a nice spicy way that I think offsets some of that, like, not quite brininess, but the I don't really know. I think I would go as far as to say, yeah, like maybe mildly briny, I guess. I don't know.
Oh yeah, like some
I don't want to go
slate,
that
some,
far
like,
with it
crushed
because
stone, like that light kind of briny, peppery,
Yeah.
savory nose.
yeah, I might sign off on like some crushed clove and maybe some other spices in like a stone mortar pestle type of deal. I get some of that. I can see where you're going with the slate. I don't know if that's quite where it is with me, but I see where you are with it, and I dig it.
It's like a nice blend of that minerality.
Yep.
Without like there is kind of that light like sea air coastal breeze kind of salinity without it being like Talisker. Another Scotch distillery is like very briny, like very salty and like really satisfying and fulfilling. But this I think is a couple layers removed from that. Like it's there. It really adds a lot of depth to that sweetness and that fruitiness that's coming from the wine cask. But it's not like, you know, some Kalila or some Talisker, just like like salted caramel, but with like heavy on the salt. So I don't think we're quite there with this one.
No, I like this. There's a good amount of fruit, chocolate spice, good background of tannin.
Okay.
Yeah, overall, I mean, this is complex. It is decadent. It is really nice.
Well, I love it. I mean, personally, so I've been saving this bottle for this episode. There's a lot missing because we split it up 3 ways. Our other buddy Richard, he got some. He's a big Scotch head, but you know, kind of the fun of the whiskey community. But what do you think? Thumbs up, thumbs sideways, thumbs in circles and loop de loops?
No, I'm a big fan of this. I would give this 2 thumbs up for sure.
Okay.
Great.
I'm in the same boat, man. After the 382, the 640, I think this is definitely my favorite. If I find another, I will 100% buy it, but it might be another 10 years.
Well, if you do, I would probably 100% split it with you again. So,
okay. Well, very cool. Once again, this was the Bruichladdich Cuvee 407, the Lanac Baca Arriba. Do not pronounce that for your store because I guarantee that I butchered it and they will have no idea what we're talking about. So if you're looking for one, Cuvee 407 will do. But if you find more than one of them, let me know because I will buy the extra. But anyways, this has been a great after hours. I'm glad we get to share some, you know, this is very atypical for us. This is like kind of a big baller dram. We don't usually do these for after hours after an episode, but I'm glad we got to drink it together, my friend.
me too. I can't really think of a better way to tap into this thing.
Definitely. Well, if you're looking for more from John, you can go ahead and find him at the Bourbon Finder. He is running the bourbonfinder.com and the Bourbon Finder Instagram. Some really great combination of, you know, head-to-head bottle reviews. He's doing King of the Hill stuff. He has probably, I mean, there's nobody faster in getting those new bottles out. So if you're looking for a brand new release and he has it on hand, I guarantee you'll see it first. I am Jay over at Whiskey Raiders. We are the Rotten Tomatoes of whiskey. I'm a little bit slower, but we try and be the Rotten Tomatoes. We have reviews for thousands of whiskeys. We're writing articles and covering the brand new news. And together, we are Weekly Whiskey. So you can expect to find us on Tuesday nights for our live streams with a live audience. And again, on Thursdays for After Hours episodes. So thank you guys for joining us. Once again, if you find more of this, let me know. But this is Bruichladdich Cuvee 407. And I'm looking forward to the end of this dram, man. Cheers.
Cheers.